All right. So in this class, we're going to learn how to um, take still image and turn it into something that appears to be a three-dimensional shot with a moving camera, um, which allows us to save on render time because we don't have to render um, um, every single frame of the shot, but we can just render a single still image. Um, and it allows us to adjust the camera movement without having to worry about re-rendering it. So this can be really useful for demo reel if you have stills on your demo reel that you'd like to feature, but you feel like they don't stand out next to like moving shots. This might be a way to get your still images to appear more engaging than they would be otherwise. So let's take a look at the, let's get a brief overview of the class. So this shot was lit by one of our students, Diyor Makhmudov. I asked him to render his shot with a slightly wider um, focal length so that we could see more on the edge of the image so that when we introduce the movement we wouldn't lose detail. We would have information that we could zoom into, so that we would end up roughly with the image that he created originally. I also asked him to render this at double resolution, so 4K, again, just so that we would have enough detail once we zoom into. Um, so we rendered out the environment with the characters hidden, the characters by themselves with the cutouts from the environment, VDB pass, snow pass, those were not sliced into separate uh, layers. They were all rendered at once just because it was easier to do it this way. And so we worked around it. In the class, we'll show how to work around having all the elements in one layer, but wanting to get more parallax out of them. Um, so in the class, we show how we first comp the shot, just very regular comp setup, just like if this were a moving shot. How we did some graphic cream work, and then eventually we took all of these comp and pre-comped it so that we worked just with still images. We don't have to worry about processing all of the information that went into the compositing every single time. We just work from pre-comp images. So we start by bringing those pre-comp images in, and then we use a gizmo called place card, which is something we learned how to build in one of our previous classes. And we used it to take the images and project them on a card that is placed at a specific depth of our choosing, right? And in order to get as much parallax as we'd like, meaning we get the impression that these elements are different depths from one another, we are projecting on several cards. And in the class, we learn how not just to project on a flat card, but also distort the card and deform a card so that it we can manipulate it so that it roughly matches the terrain or the character that we're trying to project on. So you can see in this case, uh, I'm rotating and deforming the card to match to the characters, or rotating and deforming the card to match to the shape of the cape. So over the course of the class, we learn how um, to do this, how to build on the existing gizmo to offer these extra controls, and then we end up um, adding motion to the shot and output the movie that we see here. And to output this, it only took me a few minutes, and I could go back and forth adjusting the motion of the camera without having to worry about render time. So it's a very, very convenient way to make your images more engaging. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this overview, And I hope you enjoy the class. Thank you.